With the launch of Season 7 only 1 week away, Blizzard released some awesome new information today. We have a whole entire map of what to expect during the season, and then we're going to dive into a video that they just released outlining the new changes, the new seasonal witch powers, and the story behind it. I got a little tiny sneak preview, but I haven't got to watch the whole thing. It is actually looking really, really good. The storyline behind it and some of the monsters are actually really, really cool. So just a look at this really quick, we'll go over this map and then we'll dive into the video. We're getting witchcraft powers. So 25 powers are going to be across different schools of witchcrafts. The different witchcrafts that we're getting is the Eldritch, the Psyche, the Growth and Decay, and then your Lost powers. Those are going to work in conjunction with the occult gems. Now, they just released a whole bunch of updates to all of the witch powers and the gems and all of that stuff too. We got some early release before the live stream that's happening this Thursday. So we'll actually get to go check that out too. But this is going to be the way that you're going to build your characters. You're going to use all 4 of these powers in conjunction with the occult gems, which are going to replace basically all of your gems from now on in your jewelry. We're going to be getting quality of life updates. The armory is coming. It's right there. It's on the screen. It's official. So you guys will be able to swap your builds in and out of different classes. I'm sure they're probably going to talk about it in the video a little bit, but we're going to get new uniques, new legendaries. So 8 new uniques, 8 new legendaries. For anybody that has the Vessel of Hatred, we're going to be getting 3 new runes and up to 15 updates to all of the existing runes that are already out. And some of the ones that I saw in the PTR, the changes were actually really good for the runes. So that's going to be good. We get the new season journey, and I actually saw some people talking about this in the comments. The words in the comments were exactly like this. If Blizzard does not add in a new pet, I will not be playing in Season 7. Well, guess what? There it is. A brand new pet that's going to be joining. We're going to be getting, looks like, maybe a raven. Very fitting for the Coven and how this season is supposed to be playing out. That's pretty exciting. So it looks like the theme is going to be Headhunts. Mind your head. Head from the Tree of Whispers have gone missing. Help the Witches of Hawazar hunt down the rogue heads as their corruption spreads across Sanctuary. So this is the updates here. This is going to be on the official Blizzard page. When you launch the game, it's going to be right there for you to see if you wanted to take a look at it. Let's go look at the video and see what they have said about this new season and all of the updates that are in the video here.
In the season of Witchcraft, the tree
All
is
right,
missing some of its
here
heads,
we go.
which, spoilers, is actually a big deal.
Someone has stolen
Here.
heads from the Tree of Whispers, and it is the Wanderer's role to discover the mystery behind who is taking the heads and to what end.
As you progress through the storyline, you work with the Coven, and in exchange for your help, they will give you their own powers. And then you can utilize these powers in Season of Witchcraft.
If you're not familiar, the Tree of Whispers is this ancient tree with heads. You can come and ask for favors from the tree itself.
I like that they're taking something from the storyline and then they're tying that into the seasonal quest. Something as important as the Tree of Whispers, and they're giving it more of a prominent role as they make it these seasonal quest lines go out. This is actually pretty cool.
But it will ask for something in return.
Notoriously, no one has been able to get out of their deal with the Tree of Whispers until now.
Who is it that's been freeing these heads from the Tree of Whispers? And what are the fugitive heads themselves trying to accomplish now that they're free from the tree?
And these stolen heads are scattered all around Sanctuary, causing chaos and spreading strange rot, taking over the bodies of the living. Head rotten are what happens when a head from
You see these guys? Look at this. This is some pretty cool design here.
the Tree of Whispers attempts to graft itself onto
All of these centipedes coming out. Heads just hanging out there.
an already living creature
This is cool.
to reclaim that life. They retain some of the tree's power. Brambles and roots grow along the inside of these creatures, bursting out and causing them to essentially have a head detach. And they don't mind sacrificing their living victims in their pursuit to live again.
During the course of the season of Witchcraft, you're going to work with different witches to help solve the mystery of the missing heads.
The Witches of Hawazar are a coven of witches and chose to serve the Tree of Whispers in exchange for its power. At this point, hatred is spreading all throughout Sanctuary, and for the first time, it's managed to launch into whispers, and though the tree is still standing, it's definitely worse for wear. And the witches that are bound to the tree have to set things right. Investigate, hunt down these heads, and through gathering strength in their witch powers to deal with the encroaching threat, they will be able to uncover what the mystery is.
In exchange for your help, the witches are offering
powers.
you their witch powers. And this season, you're going to be able to tap into 3 major categories of witchcraft power.
Una has eldritch powers.
Oh, so this right here, this is where you're going to go to the Tree of Whispers. The Tree of Whispers town itself has been completely revamped. This can actually be your central hub. We're just waiting to see if portals got added in for group play, and if they did, this will probably be the main hub. Other than having your pit runs in here, everything will be here now. So this is a really great place to make sure that you save your waypoints to, so you can just straight teleport right here.
Witchcraft power.
Una has eldritch powers, which are tied to the cycle of life and death.
Eldritch powers are the witch's form of dealing damage directly to enemies in the form of fire damage, burning damage, shadow damage.
Galena has power over psyche, which is illusion and seeing the unseen.
Powers of the mind, will, and soul, and they're the ones that protect you in battle. Growth and decay powers are powers of the swamp.
Caden deals with the body, disease and poultices, familiars.
They're the ones that decay your enemies and heal you in battle.
So you might be going
We didn't have access to a lot of this on the PTR. We could just test out the witch power. So I kind of like how they're tying in each power to a specific person and what they do and how they use it. That's pretty cool.
for a fire sorceress, for example, and decide that you want to have ancient mystical frogs helping you in some way. These are going to be things that you're going to play with to get new levels of power and unique builds that really are special to just this season.
Every class can use every power for every build.
There is also lost witchcraft power that can be found while you're adventuring.
Always tease
This
us
is
with
a
this Iron
special
Maelstrom
witchcraft
thing.
powers that exist outside the
Always.
purview of traditional witchcraft powers. So as players progress through the storyline and they complete Whispers, they will earn a seasonal currency. This seasonal currency is used to, 1, purchase witch powers, and also upgrade your witch.
You can also upgrade this no matter where you are in the map. So it's not like you have to come back to the Tree of Whispers every time to update it. At least that's what I remember from the PTR. So that should be a lot easier as you're going through. You don't have to be right here. Now that might change, but at least that's what I remember from the PTR, which made it really easy. You find the stuff on the ground and then you just upgrade right away.
Witchcraft powers. An example of an eldritch power would be a new power, Doom Orb, an ominous orb of pure eldritch energy that circles you and burns enemies with.
This Doom Orb, I put it on when I first got to the PTR because it looks cool. When I went into the pits with it to go test it out, I realized right away I wasn't killing anything. The Doom Orb was killing everything for me. I'm pretty sure I cleared up to pit 50, I think, before the Doom Orb started falling off with damage. I don't know how it's going to scale and how much it scales off of your character's power, but I cleared pit after pit after pit, doing no damage whatsoever. I didn't even cast a skill. This thing is so strong. So I'm pretty excited to test it out when we get back to the live servers.
With fire damage. Doom Orb gets stronger as you slay enemies and will eventually explode. Doom Orb will also launch itself at enemies if no enemies are near you. So we do have some returning fan favorites coming back in Season of Witchcraft. Players who are fans of our franchise will remember some of these powers are from Diablo 3.
Everybody's been talking about the Witch Doctors.
Fire Bats is returning from Diablo 3. Those who have played the Witch Doctor also remember the Hex skill, the Toad of Hugeness. However, it's been reimagined for Diablo 4 and Season of Witchcraft. This is the Poison Frog Servant.
I just think it's adorable, and I want to have a murderous pet frog follow me through Sanctuary.
Of all the witchcraft powers, something tells me that players are probably going to be the most excited about Piranha.
Darknado.
Effectively a whirlwind of water and chomping piranhas that will just shred your enemies to pieces.
Love it.
And yes, it does pull enemies towards it.
So players will be unlocking and upgrading their various witchcraft powers through performing headhunts. You're going to see that there's an area in the
This is going to be the way to level. It's a lot of fun inside this zone here. When you start the server, Go do your seasonal quest, get that done, and then hop into this zone. I'm telling you, it's going to be worth it. It is really, really well done. There's a density is through the roof. It's a ton of fun.
Where the Tree of Whispers has detected fugitive heads. The head rotten are there. You need to go hunt them down. When they interact with other monsters in the world of Sanctuary, best case scenario, they horrifically corrupt that monster to become a new headless form of itself. Worst case, they actually affix themselves to a monster and become a new boss-like entity that has this ancient rotting head on top of this now puppeteer
The bosses were
body.
tough.
There is a horror in them, a sort of Frankenstein-esque monster. So they have more humanoid
Especially
traits,
early
but
on.
even stronger powers.
Like flaming swords they're going to be throwing at you, or they might be using poison axes that are hurled your way, or even shadow spears that tear up the ground. So these are going to be some new encounters that you've never seen before. As you perform various whispers in the area, hopefully you see briars out in the world. These are going to indicate that there's a head rotten there. If you manage to successfully take down one of the head rotten and claim a fugitive head, this can be returned to the witches at the Tree of Whispers, and you're going to get special seasonal Soctables as a reward.
These are really
On top
good
of that,
too.
there will be some new whispers out there. You might have a chance to help a bewitched frog, or there might be a lost wisp that needs to find its way home. As you engage in these whispers, you're going to get reputation with the witches, as well as seasonal currency that you can use to unlock and upgrade your witch powers. So we've seen
The
a lot of great
armory.
feedback from our players on what are the various features that they most want to see in Diablo 4 to make our game even better. One that's come up quite a few times is an
Everybody's
armory.
been waiting
When
for
you
it.
save a build in
It's
the
here.
armory, it's going to take a snapshot of everything currently on your character. Skill tree, paragon boards, your glyphs on those boards, and all of your gear. Players will be able
It was really easy to use. You went over, you clicked the button, it saved everything, and then you could just click between the different buttons. It was really, really well done. It's good. It's going to be a great quality of life change for everybody.
to access the armory UI from any major city. You're going to be able to pursue multiple different builds on one class at the same time. This can be pretty cool when leveling up, but it's especially fun once you get into the end game. At that point, whenever you find a cool item that, oh man, this is really strong, but not for the build I'm running right now, oh, but you can still use it. You can still save out separate sets and try to pursue getting really powerful setups of very different versions of your class at the same time. I am excited of what it could feel like to constantly be swapping between these different builds and seeing which one is the most powerful.
I'm excited for people to just immerse themselves in the season.
Me personally, I'm very likely going to be running a companion druid build with the grow power to have
You see this here? Look at how big the wolves are now. That's pretty awesome.
a giant werewolf army. Hell yes.
We have a quest line that is different and emotionally gut-wrenching.
New witch powers,
Okay.
fugitive heads, new whispers.
Really interesting bosses that have unique attack patterns.
Uniques, legendaries, and new runes for Vessel of Hatred players.
There's a lot to try out here, some builds that have never been present before. I'm excited to see what players do with it.
So that's it right there. January, right there, January 21st is when the season is going to be going. I am going to have groups set up in my Discord server. We already have 16 separate groups, and I haven't finished setting up the groups yet. If you want to get a group together for the launch of the season, it is a lot of fun to go out that way and play. You're going to have your own randomly assigned group. You meet up with them at the launch. You get to go explore all of the seasonal powers together, share all the loot that you guys find. Click the link at the top of the description of this video, and then you can get into Discord. You go right to the announcements channel, and then you can register right there to get a group, and I'll be assigning them. This is going to be probably only for the next 3 or 4 days. So if you want a group, get in there quick, sign up. I will be live streaming at the launch of the season. We're going to be playing a barbarian first. Maybe Iron Maelstrom will be good. Who knows? But if you want to stop by, see what it's going to be like, I would love to hear from you, know what you're doing through the seasonal journey and what you think of all of the new powers. I am also live every night. Stop by, say hi, theorycraft with me. Catch you on the clip side.